Welcome to the Bloody Donuts Showdown. Today, we're separating the soggy dough from the perfectly golden rings. We're diving headfirst into the fiery depths of donut making, from those sterile, soulless smart factories to the heart and soul of your home kitchen. Listen up, you lot. It's time to settle this once and for all. Who reigns supreme in the world of donuts, humans or machines? Let's get this show on the road. Right, you lot, let's talk about the Elite Gourmet ECP126. This little gadget has been making waves in the kitchen appliance world, and today we're going to see if it lives up to the hype. This little bugger claims to be a high-quality, user-friendly machine. It promises to turn you into a donut-making maestro with minimal effort. But can it really deliver on those lofty promises? They say it's a good value for the price, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Price tags can be deceiving, and sometimes you get what you pay for. So, is this a bargain or just another overpriced gimmick? We've all seen those cheap gadgets that promise the world and deliver a plate of raw dough. It's frustrating, isn't it? You follow the instructions to the letter, and yet you're left with a culinary catastrophe. The ECP126 better bring its A-game if it wants to survive in this kitchen. We're not here for half-baked results. We want perfection, or at least something close to it. First things first, the build. Is it flimsy and cheap, or does it feel like a proper bit of kit? The build quality is crucial. A sturdy machine can make all the difference between a successful bake and a frustrating failure. We need something that can handle a bit of batter and heat without falling apart. The last thing we want is a machine that gives up halfway through the process. And don't even get me started on user-friendliness. If the instructions are as clear as mud, we're in for a rough ride. A good appliance should be intuitive, not a puzzle. If I need a bloody engineering degree to operate this thing, it's straight in the bin. Simplicity is key. We want to spend our time enjoying the donuts, not deciphering a manual. We need something simple, something intuitive, something even a donkey could use. If a child can make donuts with ease, then we're on the right track. But the real test, the moment of truth, is the donuts themselves. Are they cooked evenly? Consistency is everything. One undercooked donut can ruin the whole batch. Are they light and fluffy? The texture is just as important as the taste. We want that perfect balance of a crispy exterior and a soft, airy interior. Or are we looking at another greasy, doughy disaster? No one wants to bite into a soggy mess. It's got to be just right. Stay tuned, because we're about to find out if the Elite Gourmet ECP126 is a culinary champion or a complete and utter donut disaster. Will it rise to the occasion, or will it fall flat? Let's dive in and see what this machine is really made of. Next up, we've got the Chefman Donut Maker. This little gadget promises to bring the joy of fresh homemade donuts right into your kitchen. Now, Chefman, you've got a lot to prove. With so many donut makers on the market, standing out is no easy feat. You're stepping into the ring with some heavy hitters, so let's see what you're made of. Can you really deliver on your promises? This one boasts about its fancy features, claiming to make donut making a piece of cake. From non-stick surfaces to adjustable temperature controls, it sounds impressive, but I've heard it all before. Many appliances promise the world but fail to deliver. Features mean nothing if the quality's not there. We need consistent, high-quality results. We're not looking for gimmicks, we're looking for results. Can it produce donuts that are as good as they look? First impressions, how does it look? The design and build quality are the first things we notice. Is it a sleek, professional machine? Or does it look like it belongs in a toy shop? A good design can make a big difference in user experience. Remember, we eat with our eyes first. The appearance of the donuts can set the stage for the entire experience. Then, let's talk about ease of use. How intuitive is the Chefman Donut Maker? Can you get started right away, or is there a steep learning curve? Can you whip up a batch of donuts without consulting the manual 10 times? Simplicity and user-friendliness are key, because nobody's got time for that. We want an appliance that makes our lives easier, not more complicated. And finally, the moment of truth, the donuts. This is where it all comes together. Are they golden brown and delicious, or are we looking at another batch of overcooked rubbery rings? The proof is in the pudding, or in this case, the donuts. The Chefman's got its work cut out. It's not just about making donuts, it's about making great donuts consistently. Let's see if it can handle the heat, or if it crumbles under pressure. Will it rise to the occasion, or will it fall flat? Stay tuned to find out. Chapter 3. Presto 03510 flip side, flipping delicious or flipping useless. Now this is where things start to get interesting, the Presto 03510 flip side. This bad boy claims to have a unique flipping feature for perfectly even cooking. Well, that's a bold claim. They're putting a lot of emphasis on this flipping action, so it better deliver. No more excuses about uneven cooking, no more hiding behind fancy features. This is it, Presto. Show us what you've got. Of course, it's not all about the flip. We need to talk about build quality. Is it robust and reliable, or will it fall apart after a few batches? Because let me tell you, a flimsy donut maker is about as useful as a chocolate teapot. And let's not forget about the donuts themselves. Are they light and airy with a crispy golden crust? Or are we looking at another batch of dense, doughy disappointments? The Presto 03510 flip side has a lot to prove. It's time to separate the flipping delicious from the flipping useless. Let's start with the setup. The instruction manual is clear and detailed, making it easy to get started. The parts fit together seamlessly, and the build quality feels solid right out of the box. Preheating is quick and efficient thanks to the precise temperature control. Pouring the batter is a breeze, and it spreads evenly across the cooking surface. Now, the moment of truth, the flipping mechanism. It operates smoothly, flipping the donuts with ease. As the donuts cook, you can see them rising and browning evenly thanks to the flipping action. Removing the donuts is just as easy, and they come out perfectly cooked every time, but how do they taste? The inside is light and airy, while the outside has a satisfying crunch. Sharing these donuts with friends and family is a joy, and they all agree they're flipping delicious. Cleanup is a breeze too. The non-stick surfaces make it easy to wipe down and get ready for the next batch. And when you're done, the compact design makes it easy to store away until your next donut craving hits. So is the Presto 03510 flip side flipping delicious or flipping useless? I'd say it's a flipping success. If you're in the market for a donut maker, this one is definitely worth considering. With its unique flipping feature, solid build quality, and delicious results, the Presto 03510 flip side stands out from the crowd. Until next time, happy donut making! Chapter 4. Cuisinart Dunkin 200. Does it live up to the name? Cuisinart, Cuisinart, Cuisinart. You've built a reputation, a legacy. People expect certain things when they see your name on a product. They expect quality, they expect performance, they expect bloody good donuts. So let's see if this DNK 200 lives up to the hype. First things first, the design. Does it scream Cuisinart, or does it look like a cheap knockoff? We need something that exudes quality, something that wouldn't look out of place in a professional kitchen. And what about the features? Are we talking basic functionality, or does it have all the bells and whistles? Because let's be honest, a good chef always appreciates a few extra tools in their arsenal, but at the end of the day, it all comes down to the donuts. Are they soft and fluffy on the inside with a perfectly golden crust? Or are we looking at another batch of overcooked, dry disappointments? Cuisinart, the pressure's on, don't let us down. Chapter 5. Dunkin Donuts Mini Donuts, maximum flavor. Last but not least, we've got the Dunkin Donuts Mini. Now, Dunkin, you've made a name for yourselves in the donut world, but this is a whole new ball game. Can you shrink down your iconic donuts without sacrificing flavor? That's the million-dollar question. First impressions are crucial. Does this mini machine look the part? Does it have that Dunkin Donuts charm, or does it look like a cheap toy? We need something that screams fun and delicious, something that makes you want to grab a donut and dive right in. And what about the donuts themselves? Are they mini in size but mighty in flavor? Are they soft, doughy, and bursting with that signature Dunkin Donuts taste? Or are we looking at a mini disaster? Dunkin, you've got a lot to live up to. Let's see if you can deliver the goods. Outro, the verdict, human or machine. So there you have it. The battle of the donuts has reached its conclusion. We've seen the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. Now it's time to decide, are you team human, embracing the artistry of traditional donut making, or are you team machine, seduced by the convenience and consistency of technology? No matter which side you choose, remember this. A good donut is a thing of beauty. It's a delicate balance of flavor, texture, and appearance. So get out there, experiment, and find the donut of your dreams. And if all else fails, there's always the option of ordering in. Just make sure they're fresh, for God's sake.